Okay, it's Norwich against Plymouth, and last time they played each other, my goodness, it was 6-2. Norwich's worst performance of the season. So this week it's all about getting revenge. And let's preview that game. We've got Alfie and Liam back. Good evening, lads. How are you?
Not too bad, yourself?
Good, thank you. So we're going to look ahead to the Plymouth game. We're also going to talk about comments that have been made, which have been distracting on social media around the academy players. We're also going to talk about what am I going to talk about? I don't know. Jesus Christ, hold on. All right, we're going to talk about playoff chances, and we're also going to talk about club versus country. Would Norwich fans sooner Norwich be promoted or see England win the Euros? So let's get straight into it. Alfie and Liam, you both went to Home Park in late September. You'll remember that 6-2. Since that time, Norwich have dramatically improved. Was that the worst performance of the season for you, Alfie, or have there been worse?
I'd say it's definitely up there because conceding 6 goals away from home isn't ideal, is it? But there's been a couple of games that have hard or almost part of that, but I would say that probably is up there with one of the worst performance of the season. We scored 2 away from home, but conceding 6 ain't acceptable. That just made the fans turn because obviously 6.5-hour trip, sell out away, and to go concede 6 and lose 6-2 to a team that have just come up from the league below, that was a disgrace, really. And yeah, it just weren't acceptable, and that really did make a lot of fans turn on the players. And yeah, but then again, we have turned it around since then, and it shows the highs and lows of football. But yeah, I'd say it probably is one of the worst performances of the season. We had no organisation at the back; it was just a complete mess.
Okay, Liam. Do you want to share any memories of that day, or should we move on?
Right, we should move on. It's just a bit of a calamity, to be honest with you.
Okay. However, let's talk about the Stoke game then, okay? Because 2 weeks ago we were talking to you about Stoke. You think, it's going to be a cagey game, and the Stoke fans said absolutely no. It just blew us apart. By far the better team in every area. Could have won by more. Would you agree with that? His assessment of that, Liam?
Yeah, well, we were dominant. Really pose a threat at all. Stoke, Norwich were the better side for the 90 minutes. Set up well, defended well, scored when we needed to, and the 2 goals in the first half really cemented that sort of, just the block, the foundation to go on and just get a good away win, which we have needed because we have been very poor away from home, and hopefully that is the start of a very good run-in.
Yeah, what is it, Alfie, about this away from? We've bored ourselves on this channel talking about it. What was different about that performance versus what you've seen, at other grounds, even in 2024, where you've just flattered to deceive so many times?
Well, I think the way we set up was a lot better. We looked a lot more positive. From like the first minute, we were proper on the front foot. We were going for it, which I must say Wagner hasn't done loads this season. There's been quite a few times where he set up quite nervously away and he's thought, we'll see what they can do, then we'll play. But no, from minute 1, we went for it. We got that goal. And normally when we go 1 or 2 up in a game, he takes the foot off the gas and sits back a bit like we did at QPR. And then we ended up dropping points there. But I must say to him, fair play, we kept going for it. I think he realised where their weak points were. Their centre mid come off injured. Looked like a half-decent player. I can't remember who he was. But that really did open it up. And it was those pull-up passes through their wing-backs and their centre-backs that were splitting it to our wingers, who were just cutting them open really and having lots of joy there. And I think Wagner did recognise where we were cutting them open. So I'm going to say fair play to him for that one because he did get it on right, and that's where he punished them. But they didn't take the foot off the gas, and yeah, got the third goal. Probably could have had 4 or 5 maybe.
Okay, Liam, there's 3 big fixtures now coming up in the space of 12 or so days. First of all, it's Plymouth, which we'll preview in a second. Then comes Leicester. And then comes Ipswich. If I could give you a win, a loss, and a draw now, sort it out for me.
All right. Well, I'll give a win against Ipswich because that's just bragging rights. Everything. I'd take probably the draw at home at Plymouth and then the loss away at Leicester. I don't think many of us probably expect to get much from Leicester anyway. Ipswich, you have to win. Local rivals, Derby. Got to get the bragging rights. And then Plymouth, a point would be probably the end of the world. But if you give me that ultimatum, I'll take that.
Yeah. Alfie, do you think you're going to finish in the playoffs? Yes or no?
I'm going to say now, I think we will. I think we've got the easier running than Hull and Coventry. If you look at compare the fixtures, and yeah, I'm going to be confident. I'm hoping, praying that we've turned in a point in the away form from Stoke last week, and I'm going to be confident. I'm going to back the team now. I'm going to say we are going to finish in that sixth spot, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see who we have in the semi-finals. Whether it's going to be Ipswich or Southampton. Well, yeah, Southampton, Leeds, whoever, Leicester, because they're back in there now. But yeah, I'm going to be confident and say we are going to do it.
Okay. I just want to ask you both about the chat on social media this week about some of the comments that have been made about your academy players who, if they'd not have been professional footballers, they would have been in prison, which have been attributed to your former director. First of all, what do you make of the comments, Liam? And then secondly, Alfie, what do you sort of think these sort of comments do for the morale and the spirit of the youth teams? Liam, you go first on this one.
First off, the comments were outrageous, totally unacceptable. There's no place for any sort of racism or anything within the game. When you're a club that's pushing for playoffs, the last thing you need is negativity around the club. And unfortunately, that has now been brandished around. And the talk on social media is, well, get around to players easily, doesn't it, nowadays? And I think that could really affect players, former players, and especially players like Jonathan Rowe, who it was aimed at to now come back and has got to play with sort of that stuff in the back of the head. And yeah, it's just unacceptable. That's just not what we needed at the time either.
No. Alfie?
Yeah, it is very poor, obviously. But I feel like that might cause a bit of an uproar with players like Kamara, who's out on loan at Portsmouth in League One, and he's playing very well. Some of his stats, so his average ratings on that is very good. So all Norwich fans are going to want to see him back in a Norwich shirt. And this could make him feel like, does he actually want to come back? He might think, if Portsmouth get promoted, I'll just go there, because look at the comments that have been said about me back in my parent club when he put a statement out on Instagram saying all his family are devastated and all that, which obviously is fair enough. And this could make him feel like he might not want to come back now. But obviously now Stuart Webber has left, that could be a bit of a turning point, and thank God he has, because those comments are outrageous, and there's no need to say anything even after you have left, because what's the point? You're gone now, just let us get on with our playoff charge. Let's go up. So no need to cause any uproar.
Yeah, well said, both of you. Ridiculous. Okay, let's get some predictions from both of you then from this game, and then I want to ask you about club versus country. Norwich against Plymouth then. You're going to go for a 6-2 win? Alfie, you can go first.
I haven't really thought about this one. Plymouth, they ain't great, are they? Their away from all season hasn't been good. They were decent at home at the start of the season, but I wouldn't say they're decent anywhere at this point now. I'm going to go for 2-0 Norwich. Comfortable, professional performance again, just solid little 2-0 into Leicester.
Okay. Liam?
Look, we can't stop scoring at home at the moment. I think we're on fire. We're speaking to some previous Plymouth fans as well, and they said that their football at the moment they're playing is shocking. I'm going to be confident. I'm going to go for a 4-0 win.
Okay.
He loves a bold one.
Right, okay. Before I let you both go, before we go, next week obviously this channel, we have got our Ipswich fan, Ian, who's going to be here, and that should be a good old ding-dong chat, so don't forget to tune in to this channel next week for that. Club versus country. Norwich in the Premier League promoted this season, or England win the Euros? You can only have one. Liam?
Win the Euros this year. I think if Norwich were to go up, let's face it, we'll probably come straight back down like we usually do. I just don't think we've got that sort of, or the right squad and the right sort of management and set up there to just become that sort of sustainable club in the Premier League. So I'd take the Euros, win it, celebrate your friends, celebrate your family, everyone around you. I'd take the Euros any day of the week.
Alfie?
Yeah, I'm going to say the Euros too, just because we've been in the Premier League recently. A couple of seasons ago, like if we hadn't been in the Premier League for like say 5-10 years, I'd probably say yeah, we'll have a little Premier League tour because it's a season long. But I'm going to say the Euros just because yeah, we are known as that yo-yo club in the Premier League. But obviously in the future, you'd love to see us as a sustainable club in there, like Liam said, just because we can't really stay up in there. But now I'm going to say the Euros this year, just because, like Liam said, celebrating your family in the sunshine would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us. Good luck against Plymouth, and we will catch you both next week when we're previewing the Ipswich game. Should be tasty. Thanks, both.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you.